Hey guys, welcome to this lecture, and in today's lecture we are going to learn about arrays. Alright, arrays is a very important concept. Alright, it's a very important concept in C# or any other programming language. So like buckle up your belts and seat tightly, because it's really important for you to understand the concept of arrays. Alright, because when see at this stage, all right, at this stage, in the beginning stage, you might have very less use cases for array. Even actually in the beginning stage also, you'll be using arrays more often, all right, than you know. So what I want to say is, let's say take for an example in augmented reality only. All right, we we use arrays in a lot of things. All right, we like in plane detection, when we want to, like, let's say we want to place, all right, place multiple objects into the real world. All right, means in markerless AR, whenever we want to try to let's say place multiple objects in the real world, we create an array of those objects so that we can place them in the real world. All right, so you are going to use arrays in everywhere. All right, so it is one of the very important concept. So let's dive into this topic, all right, without waiting anymore. So see, in general, when we store values, we use a variable, all right. But there's a problem, all right. The problem that comes with it is that we can only store one single value. All right, we can only store one single value. We can't store multiple values. All right, and that's a problem. If arrays, all right, if arrays or lists or they wouldn't have been there now, then we wouldn't have been able to store multiple values in a variable. All right, so what arrays does is, arrays actually enables us, all right, arrays actually enables us to store numerous number of value of any data type. All right, it can be of string, it can be of integer, it can be of double, it can be of float. All right, it can be of char. So they help us, all right, they provide us uh, a technology so that we could store multiple values. All right, we can store multiple values within one single variable. All right, so that's how we use that's what is an array is. An array, in simple words, all right, an array is a collection of data. All right, an array is simply a collection of data. All right, now as we have learned about what actually array is, let me tell you about the agenda of today's lecture. So today we are going to be going through the very basics of array. All right, that is, we'll be learning how to initialize an array, then we'd be learning how to access values within an array. All right, then we would be learning about some different methods, all right, available in an array. All right, so let's get started. So the very first thing is that we have to understand how to uh, you know implement an array. All right, see, there are two ways of implementing an array. Let me first of all, not in comments, wait, so let me show you. All right, there are two ways. One is a dynamic way and the one is a static way. All right, I would tell you why they are called those. All right, first of all, let's try out the dynamic way. So the first thing, all right, see, whenever you declare a variable, how do you do that? So you can say int val equals 12, right? You declare a variable like that. Now, all when creating an array, all right, when creating an array, make sure, all right, that you don't miss the square brackets. Where to put the square brackets? You have to put the square brackets after int variable. All right, you have to put the square brackets after int variable. After that, this variable, all right, this variable you created would be considered an array. All right, it will be considered a variable that can store arrays. All right, now to store arrays, what we have to do is open curly braces. All right, and within that curly braces, put some values. All right, 2 1 6, let's say 3 4. All right, so now let's run it and let's check whether it's returning us any error or not. All right, so here you can see it is telling us your program did not output anything. All right, don't worry about that. All right, because we actually haven't printed anything. I would show you how to how to print each and every value within an array. right? So don't worry about that. So this is one way, all right, this is one way of you know uh, initializing or creating an array, and this is known as dynamic array, all right. Now another way around, all right, in creating array is you have to again follow the same thing, that is int square brackets, then give the variable name, all right. After that, all right, after that what you have to do is you have to write a new keyword, all right, then int, then again square brackets. Now this square bracket has a special meaning. I would tell you, all right. So what is the meaning, all right? See, there's a reason why we call this type of array and static array. The reason is we already, all right, from the start only, when we declare the array, all right, from the start only we specify the size of an array. That's what we are doing right now. So in this square brackets we have to give a size of an array. So let's give it 5, all right. So now this is a static array, all right, this is a static array. It doesn't have any value in it. Means of course it does have, all right, it does have value in it, but all right, but it is static. The reason is we have already, all right, we have already initialized this array, all right. We have already initialized the array, and because we have already means declared the size of the array, because we have already declared the size of the array in the memory, all right, in the memory it has created a static space, all right. In the RAM it has created its own memory that cannot be exceeded, all right. So that is it. Now after this whole bracket thing, what you have to do is again open your curly brackets, all right, and after that write the number you want to give, all right. So yeah, that's how we declare a static array. All right. Now let's again run it and let's see if it's returning any error or not. No, it's not returning any error because this syntax is totally correct. All right. Now, all right. See the difference now. The difference between both, all right, both dynamic and static array, all right, is basically it means now. See, static. Why is it called static? All right. Why something is called static? Static means which can't be changed afterwards, all right, which we can't change afterwards. What if it is declared on the start, it is declared, all right, we can't actually change it, or means we can't actually add something more up to it, all right, we can't exceed that memory, all right. But dynamic means it is, what can I say, it is adjustable in the runtime. Dynamic is adjustable in the runtime. So that is what the, that is what the difference is between dynamic and static, all right. I hope you are clear about this, all right. So yeah, so I'm going to keep working with dynamic arrays only, all right. Now here's the thing, all right. So we have learned about initializing array, we have learned about what exactly is an array, all right. Now let's learn about accessing values within an array, all right. Do you remember when I taught you about, when the in the second lecture only, I taught you about indexing, all right. I hope you remember the concept, all right, but if you don't, let me tell you. Indexing, now it defines, all right, indexing basically defines position, positional value of some data, all right. In simple terms, it means, all right, it means, let's say there, how many elements are there in this, how many elements are there in this particular array. There are total 5 elements, all right. And if we start indexing them, all right, indexing in simple words, you can you can understand indexing as basically address, all right. Means exactly, if we talk about memory address of any variable, it's totally different, all right, it's totally different topic. I'm just trying to make you understand how, like, what is indexing. With indexing na, it's think of it as an address of someone, all right. Like for example, I'm Priyanshu, all right, there are two Priyanshus, right. And both live, all right, both live in two different like two different places, all right, but both are Priyanshu, both are means whose name and title are totally similar, all right, but how will we know that Priyanshu means the Priyanshu he is finding is the actual one, all right. So that's how address comes in, all right. The person will ask for the address, and if the address is right, he will get to the right Priyanshu. So basically, now indexing is basically the positional value of some data. It's simple as that. It's the address of some data. Like, see, for the first element, all right, the first element of an array, the address is 0, means in the index value of first element is 0, the index value of second element is 1, the index value of third element is 2, and it goes like this, all right. It always goes like this. So that is what indexing is, and this is how indexing will help us accessing the values, all right. Now let me show you. So let me show you by printing it, all right. So I want to access, all right, I want to access, let's say this, all right, 3 from the array. So how would I do that? So let's count it. So as it is starting from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, all right. So this is in the, it is in the third position. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write 3 in here, and let's see if it works. Yeah, we got it, right? We definitely got it, because the positional value of 3, sorry, the positional value of 3 is 3, right? If you are confused, all right, let me give you another way around, all right. So let's say I want to access this, all right, this particular value, all right, means I want to access the 6. So how would I do that? So let's count it: 0, 1, 2. So it is in the second position, right? So now let's run it. So here you can see we are with the index, all right, with the help of index values, we are able to access it. And always remember, whenever you want to access index value, now write the variable name, then open square brackets, and inside that put the index value. All right. So this is how we access, all right, this is how we access values within an array. Now let's say if we let's say I want to print, all right, each and every element within this array, all right. I want to print each and every element within this array. So what I'm going to do is, for int I equals 0, I less than equals, all right, how many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So what I'm going to do, less than, all right, val dot length, all right. See, this is a method, all right. You already learned another for your first method, all right. Dot length, all right. See, this dot length method, now this length method returns the total length, all right, the total length of your array, all right. So as our total length is 5, that's why it has returned 5. Now here comes the problem. Here you can see what I've written, int I equals 0, I less than, means it will iterate less than 5, all right. Do you know why it is ideal, and why this solution will work, and why not less than equals will work? Actually, it is better to try by yourself. Actually, pause this video, all right, pause the video, try both the way, all right, try both the way and check which one is running, all right. I will show you right in here. Just give me a few seconds. So now, as we have, tried to access, as we are trying to access the values, means each and every value. What I'm going to do is, I wrote console.writeLine. Then I'm going to take the variable name, the square brackets, and I'm going to put the I inside it, because with every iteration the value of I is increasing. All right. So here you can see we got all the elements. We got all the elements because we started from 0. 0 is this one, all right, and ended with 4, all right, and the fourth positional value is of this one, right. Now let's try out less than equals 1. Let's see what happens. Let's see, it has printed, but here you can see it is returning us error. Now what's the error? Index was outside the bounds of an array. The reason is the length of an array, or the length of an array is 5, All right, the length of this array is 5, but indexing ends at 4. All right, and we are trying to access the elements of this array through indexing. So if there is, all right, if there is no element present, in the fifth position, all right, if there is no element present in the fifth position, then of course it will return error, because it doesn't have any value. All right, now here's a fun fact. All right, here's a fact that you must know. All right, like I guess I forgot to tell you about this. Like when we create this kind of array, now just wait, when we create this sort of array, all right, if we, let's say, if we don't assign values in here now, like I assigned previously, if we don't assign those values in here now, it will automatically zero. All right, zero will be assigned to each and every position. All right, so this is for a fact, and you guys must know it. All right, so now we have learned the very basics of array. All right, we have learned how to access elements in an array, right? So now it is our time to look into the methods. All right, the methods present in an array. All right, you already saw. All right, you already saw method length. Now let me show it to you again. So here I am declaring a variable, that is int val. All right, so int val. Then let's give it 5, 2, 0, 7. Let's say 3, 9, 8. So here you can see, all right, we created our own array. Now the first method we are going to learn about is length method. All right, and you already know what exactly is length, right? How length method works. So what I'm going to do is console dot write line val dot length. All right, so what this will do, it will return, all right, it will return us the total length of the array. So here it is returning 6, because there are 6 elements present in the array. Similarly, we have, let's say we have another variable. All right, we have another variable, not exactly a variable, just so we have a variable of array. All right, so we have a variable of array. Now what we have to do is, we have to learn another function. All right, and that function is basically sort function. All right, see, sorting is basically rearranging, rearranging the values. All right, means the gibberish values in an ascending order or descending order. All right, so that is what uh, sorting is. All right, so here comes the function. All right, so this is the sort function. First of all, let me remove this length one, because of course we don't need it anymore. Now what we have to do is, let me show you. All right, we have have an array initialized. Now what you have to do is, you have to write a function array dot sort. All right, and inside the sort function, we have to pass an argument, and that argument will be an array. All right, and now what you can do is, for int I equals 0, I less than array. All right, so sorry, not array, val dot length I plus plus. All right, and let's try to print it. All right, let's try to print this value. All right, let's try it out. Let's see what happens. All right, currently this particular array is not ordered. All right, and now to make it ordered, we use the sort function. So here you can see it has arranged. All right, it has arranged all the elements in an ascending order. All right, so that's how this thing works. All right, so now we are going to learn another function. All right, that is index of. All right, this is index of function, that is, it will return the index of some value. All right, so you already know how this works, right? I guess I showed you previously, means not in this not in case of arrays. So int idx equals array, all right, dot index of all right, and within that we have to pass two arguments. The first one would be the array, all right, means the array from which you are looking for the value, and the second one will be the value means the value on which you will be taking out the means you have to put the value uh, which you want to get, all right, means which you want to get in the sense, let's say I want to put a value and I want to get its index value, right? So that's what I will be doing. So I'm just going to put a certain value in here. So I'm going to put 7 in here, all right, and let's print it, all right, console dot write line idx, all right. So let's run this program and let's see what happens. So here you can see it is returning 3. The reason is 0 1 2 3, 7 is available in index 3, all right. So that's how this whole index of function works, all right. Now here comes 3 more functions, all right, that is maximum, minimum, that is max, min and sum, all right. So the meaning is hidden in their name only. So it's like the max function, all right. First of all, understand this max function will return the maximum value available, all right, the maximum value available in an array. The min function will return the minimum value available in the array, and the sum, all right, the sum function will return the total sum of elements from the array, all right. So let's try to print it out, all right. So console dot write line, all right, and inside this val dot max and give parenthesis, all right. So now let's see what is the maximum value in here. In our case the maximum value 8 is 8. Now let's see the minimum value, and that's totally right. And let's see the minimum value is 0, and that's also totally right. Now let's print out the sum of, the sum of total array. So you can, if you want, you can perform the calculation and you will be surely getting 25, all right. So these are the array methods, all right, that you must have a basic idea about, all right. And I would suggest you guys to look more into arrays after this session also, all right, because array is a very important concept, all right. And there are a lot of algorithms that works on arrays, like there are multiple sorting algorithms, searching algorithms. So I want you guys to have a very good idea and understanding of arrays, all right. So make sure you do that. And so yeah, that's it for this lecture. See you in the next lecture. Thank you.